Good morning. Welcome to this session on City of Challenges towards eco-technological innovations, examples from Morocco and South Korea. Let me introduce the participants in this conference. Mrs. Chung Young Park, Doctor of University of Paris-Est Créteil, Master in Urban Planning, Paris-Est University, and Master in Culture, University of Rennes, Senior Researcher at Mungji University, Seoul. Marco Carlotti, Master in Urban Planning, Sorbonne University, Master in Aesthetic, University of Montpellier, doctoral student at Sorbonne University Mediation Lab. And myself, Patrizia Ingelina, a professor in urban planning and urban design at Sorbonne University. I am an architect and an urban planner from University of Florence, doctor of the University of Paris Anne Panthéon Sorbonne, and landscape architect, School of Architecture of Versailles. I am also research director in Mediation Laboratoire, Sorbonne University. The concepts of a knowledge-based city, smart city, eco-technological city, covered in this presentation, as well as our study cases, Morocco and Korea, have been the research subject that has resulted in publications, interviews, and international conferences in recent years. For example, Beijing Urban Forum, also Summit Knowledge Cities World in Peru, and International Forum on City of Challenges, an eco-technological innovation in Morocco in 2019. Also some publications such as Modèle de la ville durable en Asie in 2017 and Eco-City, Knowledge City, a Smart City in 2019. Here is the questions and goals. Main questions. Can we reconcile technological innovation with sustainable development goals? It is possible to make cities both high-tech and eco-friendly, considering inclusivity, reduced energy consumption, and adaptability. What challenges, pitfalls, and issues do cities face in pursuing this eco-technological goal? Let's explore this aspect through an experiential approach, drawing on the analysis of recent cases of smart city and knowledge-based cities. The concept of knowledge-based city integrates a specific commitment to respecting the SDGs while considering social involvement in these projects, enabling adaptive strategies. The knowledge-based city and the smart cities are two models based on the knowledge economy. People are increasingly discussing the idea of building cities that are smart, ecological, and knowledge-based. It's about creating cities that are not only high-tech, but also environmentally friendly and grounded in the knowledge economy. Many cities worldwide are interested in these objectives, emphasizing the need for future cities to be innovative and efficient. Decision makers are increasingly using projects that focus on ATCS to make their areas more competitive and attractive. The recent pandemic has made us aware of the severity of the situation, with a significant percentage of CO2 production during the COVID period and before. Now we can just think about we can't just think about economic profits. Our planet is currently facing a dramatic situation. In the era of the Anthropocene, we need to blend technological innovation and economic goals with ecological, human, and social innovation. What is the positive side of technological innovation? In today's highly connected and mobile societies, there is a demand for and dependence on the use of new technologies that enable easy and rapid access to services and information without the need for physical travel. Digital technology also plays a role in constructing more efficient campuses that facilitate the learning of all students through the implementation of specific educational techniques using ICTS. Thus, there are positive and inclusive aspects of ICTS, technological innovation serving social utility. Sorry. Today, we go towards a knowledge green city. This new model of urban growth through cluster systems is spreading worldwide. New forms of planning are being considered based on the concept of knowledge-based urban development, a new paradigm for development in the knowledge era aimed at creating a city that encourages and enables the production and circulation of immaterial work. It aspires to establish a secured economy in a sustainable human environment. The knowledge city is now evolving to integrate the notion of a green city. Smart city as a sustainable city. The city of the future is also defined as smart, emphasizing connectivity related to ICT and the digital city. The term smart city is widely used by high-tech companies, policy advisors, developers, and even universities. Although this concept has become part of the language used by researchers, it remains somewhat vague, according to some authors. For example, for Klaus Kunzmann, you can see his statement. Beyond technological efficiency, other considerations advocate for the construction of a city that is both sustainable and socially acceptable. The urban population concentration is constantly increasing, exerting increased pressure on the global ecosystem. Additional challenges must be addressed to improve the quality of life in an eco-energetic and sustainable city. In other words, the concept of a smart city becomes more complex, leading to the notion of an eco-city. Alongside technological innovations, the concept of ecological innovation is emerging. Protecting the ecosystem has become a key goal for the city of the future, whether it's smart or knowledge-based. The concept of an eco-technological city is best suited to reconcile technological innovation with ecological and adaptive approaches. This definition was first introduced at the conclusion of the International Forum City of Challenges, Eco-Technological Innovation, held in Laayoune, Morocco. This event involved participants from around the world, including researchers, professionals, and officials. Some of them are here now at COP28. All participants agreed that the aim is not stop technological innovations and revert to the past, as long as these innovations serve humanity and aid social development. It was also evident that innovation in ecological approaches is necessary, reintroducing nature into cities, promoting circular economy practice, and reducing CO2 emissions. Achieving this requires not only a global commitment for governments, but also individual commitment from each of us. Sorry. Now, presentation of case studies. Examining examples for Morocco and Korea, despite being two different countries, reveals attempts to embrace more ecological and inclusive approach, involving broader expert units and stakeholders with diverse skills. How do countries like Korea and Morocco adopt and apply this concept to their respective contexts, moving towards a knowledge of smart city based on both technological and ecological innovation? Moroccan case. In 2009, Morocco launched a proactive policy for renewable energy, positioning itself as an exemplary force for ecological transition among African nations. The objective is to directly link the search for solutions against climate change, creating an eco-sustainable world and global competitiveness based on knowledge-based cities to strengthen R&D. Universities play a clear role in eco-sustainable development projects and contribute to developing education for young Moroccans. Several projects align with these goals, such as the Foam El-Wed Technopole project in Laayoune, the Green City of Bengurir near to Marrakesh, and the ongoing construction of the eco-city labeled Zenata. Concerning Korean case, examining smart city policy in South Korea and urban projects in Seoul highlights how relevant economic and social needs have been incorporated into smart city policy models at different times. The Korean government initiated action to enhance R&D through a cluster network, aiming to organize real economic and urban development projects. The Magok Industrial Complex, also known as a knowledge industrial grand city, emphasized the need to consider social and ecological aspects. The Seoul Magok's Energy Smart City project and its participatory living labs for citizens represent significant achievement. South Korea continues these participatory experiments in various fields, extending beyond the scope of smart cities to encompass all aspects of a smart society. The first case, Morocco case, Marco Carlotti. Please.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to present the Moroccan case, which is kind of interesting before. So Morocco, as you know, is facing very hard challenges, similar to many other countries of global south in general. One big issue is that the population has grown a lot over many years, and over 20 million of people since 1960, so it's really massive. And this is a big deal, especially for cities, as many folks are leaving the countryside to go to the rural, to the cities, urban areas. And now in 2022, 65% of people live in cities, compared to only 29% in 1960 in Morocco. So dealing with this population shift is really hard and tough for cities, and many families moving from rural areas to urban areas are not well off economically, financially, and are very vulnerable to environmental issues. So these effects, these struggles, is really hard because Morocco is suffering two of the effects of the climate change, and with temperature going by 0.2 degrees per decade since 1960. So this could cause serious problem if it's keep going on and on, as you might know with the COP28. So to tackle these issues, Morocco I decided to focus its strategy on knowledge, economy, and environmental transition. So I will present it to you. Indeed, since the 2000s, sorry for the fault, with the rise of new information and communication technologies, Morocco has developed a strong interest in the knowledge economy for economic and social development. The main idea behind this strategy is to promote the role of school and innovation in training new generation of knowledge workers to to forge like a part of value-added economy, such as green industry, high-tech, new information and communication technologies. So this approach is made to boost the competitiveness and the attractiveness of the country, and then develop like the country in social and economic development. So as you can see, some of the key policies that Morocco decided to do, and I'm especially talking about the 2009 strategy with the aim of establishing the kingdom as a hub of technology manufacturing and to create an attractive destination for regional and international talents. Of course, these technological challenges are not without respect of the environmental transition. And we can say that Morocco is a good student on this side because it decided to take all the international plans and strive into in national plan. So it's kind of really interesting, and we can see increasingly ambitious policies are becoming more and more specific with time. And as you can see, the law on the environmental impact studies and prevention on air pollution, which is quite impressive and ambitious for this global south country. So this is policy is really interesting in urban planning too, because we are all urban planners this conference. So I will present two cities that can highlight some of these ambitions. So the first city is the Zenda Eco-City. This city is the first Moroccan eco-city and situated in the greater Casablanca. It's a really interesting project that I will present to you. This city is actually in development, so we don't have such externalities now, numerous things, but we can show a bit of this. So before explaining its eco-technological strategy, let me present the city in few words. As you can see, they decided to focus on three pillars of the sustainable development. So the first one is the social one, taking into account the problems of housing shortage and precariousness. The second one is the economic aspect, taking into account value-added industry on a metropolitan scale. So with the creation of a healthcare hub, an international university education hub, and a commercial and logistic zone with big shops like IKEA or something like this. And the third one, and the main important here, is the environmental aspect, taking into account low-tech and high-tech solutions for greater resilience. So they decided to put 25% of nature in the city and to implement a low-tech master plan and a smart city strategy. So this master plan was made by famous French architects, which are Rachel and Robert Associés. It's very innovative because this master plan includes an urban aerodynamic grid to reduce temperature in summer and humidity in winter. So it's able to reduce the temperature by 2 to 3 degrees in summer. So this is really good. It's a really low-tech innovation. And this is not the only solution. They create, among other innovations, a water optimization network where when water is collected through a surface network before being stored in vegetated water retention basin, as you can see on the right. So these basins play an important role in reducing urban heat islands to reduce the temperature and increasing the amount on green space of the city. So it's really good things to implement low-tech strategy inside the master plan. So why low-tech solutions are really essential, as we are asking this with the COP28, because we need to take into account the geographical and environmental aspects into account. The developer of the city, which is public developer, I decided to add a high-tech overlay to better manage the city. So we implement a smart city strategy on a low-tech strategy. The smart city strategies tend to coordinate and enhance this low-tech approach, and they decided to create an open innovation program named SmartZ in 2019, where startups are incubated to develop solutions to deploy inside the city. So the city is becoming such as a living lab, for example. And we have an example of tech for the development of the pilot smart charging infrastructure for electric vehicles, which is kind of interesting because it's a really innovative innovative approach as I don't see it like in other projects. So they decided to implement these solutions developed by the startups and to create their own smart strategies too. So they're using a lot of smart tools for communication in internet, as you can see with LoRa, FFTH, and other tools and solutions like intelligent infrastructure for recharging electric cars, intelligent traffic signal management system, etc. So this was the case of the Zenata Eco City, and the second one is really different, but with the same aims, is the Green City of Bengueria. This city is a new city adjacent to the ancient city of Bengueria. It was launched in 2012, sorry, during the royal visit of the King Mohammed VI. And the city aims to accommodate 100,000 inhabitants by 2045. So it's really massive to like Zenata. And the Green City of Bengueria aims to develop a knowledge city of reference, both smart and ecological. So it's quite interesting too, because there are new tools that they are developing. So let me present you some data about the green city design so you can see the city. This is a real green planned city for Morocco with a strong aspect concerning nature and environment. So the city integrates 80 hectares of green corridor, 20 square meters of green space per inhabitants, and like who recommends 12 meters square of green space, so it's like better. And with a LEED certificate, taking into account energy efficiency, water consumption, and the use of locally sourced materials. The city has adopted the triple helix model developed by Lederdorf, postulating that the interaction in university, industry, and government is a key to improve the condition of innovation of a knowledge-based society. So it is with these three elements that the OCP wishes to develop academic excellence in research and the economic development too, through a smart and sustainable vision with the Green City of Bengueria. Like any self-respecting knowledge-based city, they created three knowledge infrastructures. So as you can see, the Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, a school of computing, and the Mohammed VI High School of Excellence. I will focus then on the Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, which is the best and the principal knowledge industry in the city. This city is sorry. This. Je rencontre quelques problèmes de connexion. D'accord. Veuillez réessayer. Pourquoi? Sorry. My French Siri is taking control. So yeah. For this university, it's really interesting because there is an international recognition with many partnerships with international university, American one, European one, and they are developing such buildings for knowledge development with a data center, working spaces for entrepreneurship, incubation programs, research laboratories. With the university, the main goal of the OCP group is to attract new talents, train them in high-value domains, and hire them to contribute to the company economic development. So it's quite interesting because the society is poor in the city, so they try to develop innovation to enhance the social economic development. So this is a key role of urban planning too. And talking about smart innovation in this city, the university is created a relation with the tech park dedicated to research and technology. And one of the building is the Green and Smart building by the IRSN, which is the Solar Energy and New Energies Research Institute, aiming to develop green buildings, energy efficiency, and smart grids toward the city. So it's really interesting in this way. And to conclude the smart innovation of Bengueria, they joined the African Smart Town Network developed by the French Agency of Development in 2019, and then try to focus on the digital aspect by bridging the socio-economic gap between the green city of Bengueria and the old town, because all the population is not really aware about technological things like using a computer or something like this, and to the development of an e-health application to improve appointment for local population scheduling. It was a project developed during the COVID-19 crisis. So it's kind of interesting, and it shows the path of this city to integrate a smart innovation. Oula. So to conclude, we can see two different approaches to technological innovation. The first one is the EcoCity one with three pillars of the sustainable development, creating a low-tech urban structure to enhancing it with a high-tech overlay to better manage the city. The second one is a knowledge-based city approach by creating three areas on knowledge, sustainability, and innovation. They decided to create clusters to foster economies and sustainable industries and integrated smart infrastructure and smart deployments. And we can say that it be a response to a challenge of Morocco, but in global South countries too. Take into account national ambitions on technology, innovation, industry, and environmental transition. So yeah, I will let Dr. Park.
Thank you, Patricia and Marco, for your insightful presentation. And hello, my name is Jung-Yoon Park. Building on their insights, I will now delve into Korean case and invite you to join me on this exploration. Today, I want to discuss how South Korea has applied the concept of a knowledge-based city to national policies and urban design projects. Unlike the case of a Moroccan case mentioned earlier, South Korea faces a unique context. Despite resource constraints and a small territory, it has emerged as a digital and ICT powerhouse, playing a key role in developing clusters for its knowledge-based economy. In South Korea's smart city initiatives, a key driving force is the robust support from the government and other public authorities. This strong government policy significantly shapes the nature of our smart city project. And over the past few decades, South Korea's smart city policies have experienced three paradigm shifts. Today, I will guide you through the chronological evolution of these policy changes and their implications. We'll also delve into the current orientations of knowledge-based city and eco-technological innovation in South Korea. So, following the devastating Korean War in 1950s, South Korea achieved remarkable economic growth from the 1960s to 1980s. Even in the face of 1997 IMF economic crisis, the nation is successfully transitioned to a knowledge-based economy driven by the growth of the digital and ICT sectors. As the 21st century began, the South Korean government developed an interest in smart technology integrated urban planning, and consequently, efforts were made to incorporate principles of the knowledge-based economy and advanced technological innovations into the country's construction of new cities. The three-stage paradigm shift unfolded as follows, and I will now explain each stage step by step, starting from the next slide. The first stage, the rise of the UCT model. In the early 2000s, South Korea embraced the term ubiquitous city, commonly referred to as UCT, over the concept of smart city. This term symbolized the rapid development of the country's ICT industry and its remarkable global connections. It served as the appealing first-generation concept of the Korean knowledge-based city. The Act on the Construction of UCT Ubiquitous Cities was passed in 2008, providing the legal framework of a UCT policy. Thanks to these institutional changes, the UCT model solidified its status as a national project. In 2009, the government established the first comprehensive UCT plan. And however, under the UCT law, although it provides national support for smart infrastructure, its application is primarily oriented towards a large-scale land development project exceeding 1.65 million square meters. As a result, its practical use is limited only new city development projects, presenting challenges for implementation in existing cities. Second stage is a kind of transitional phase. Recognizing the shortcomings of the UCT policy, our government made efforts to address them. The introduction of the second comprehensive UCT plan in 2013 and amendment to the UCT law in 2015 marked a shift from the initial phase where only the Ministry of Land and Transport took the lead to a collaborative approach involving various ministries such as those of industry, science, technology, and so on. Despite these changes, the UCT concept faced a lot of difficulties in adapting to evolving demands of the times. So now into the third stage. From 2017, significant changes have been observed in the landscape of South Korea's smart city policy. Firstly, there has been a shift in keywords. The term smart city, which aligns more with global trends, was officially adopted in 2017 with the implementation of the Smart City Act. Furthermore, in contrast to the earlier approach, the current smart city policy in South Korea involves all ministries, including those related to the environment, welfare, and education, for example. The most notable change is the rise of concepts such as quality of life, citizen empowerment, social innovation, and sustainability taking the forefront. As an example, in the case of the ongoing national pilot project, Busan Eco Delta City, the emphasis on ecology is very evident even in the project name. While Korean policies once centered on technological innovation, these institutional changes now prioritize social, citizen, and environmental concerns. Now, I would like to introduce two important examples. The case of Sangam Digital Media City, representing the first generation, so-called UCT model, and the case of Magok Green Knowledge Industrial City, a flagship example of the ongoing generation of the Korean smart city policy. The two cases, located in Seoul, our capital city, face each other on opposite sides of the Han River running across the city. As the this is the Sangam DMC photo by myself. As the icon of the UCT model, Sangam DMC and its surrounding new town development projects are initiated in during the period between the end of 19th and 2000. This project represents a groundbreaking urban redevelopment initiative involving the transformation of Nanji Island, a former landfill site, since 1997. So, as a forerunner of the knowledge-based economic clusters in South Korea, the Sangam DMC project emerged opportunistically in preparation for the 2002 World Cup, leveraging the construction activities related to the World Cup stadium and athlete village. In recent years, the cluster has gained even greater attention thanks to the remarkable success of Korean entertainment industry. As you know, the BTS and Squid Game and so on. Today, expanding beyond the entertainment and media, Sangam DMC is emerging as a hub for advancements of in fourth industrial revolution technologies. For example, it is selected as a national test bed for auto-driving technology. However, it's crucial to note that Sangam DMC was originally designed as a cradle for attracting and fostering advanced technology industries. In other words, it can be described as a knowledge-based cluster with a focus on corporate attraction and technological development. However, there is a noticeable lack of emphasis on keywords such as sustainability, ecology, inclusive society, which are currently regarded as crucial in the smart city agenda. So the next one, Magok. The Magok development project is considered the new generation of the Seoul smart city, representing Korean policy shift from U-City to smart city. Magok district is situated in the western Han River basin of Seoul, and historically it is renowned as Seoul's last industrial district. The redevelopment project for the Magok area has been led by the Seoul metropolitan government since the early 20s, covering 3.6 million meters in a verdant area near the Han River. The eco-friendly zone includes a state-of-the-art industrial complex, a bustling business and commercial hub, a residential area, and facilities for education, healthcare, and welfare. Magok district has undergone a transformation from a traditional industrial zone to a knowledge-based new city. To build this smart city, the central government has supported smart infrastructure for Magok development project since the beginning, utilizing the previously mentioned U-City law. Moreover, in 2018, thanks to the smart city law newly adopted, the Magok smart city project evolved into the smart energy city development project. It means a shift towards a new eco-friendly knowledge-based city that goes beyond just focusing on technological aspects, placing a strong emphasis on environmental dimensions. The Magok project is actively advancing a range of eco-technological innovations, including programs centered on energy transition, intelligent waste management, eco-friendly water circulation, and low-carbon smart mobility. Furthermore, in response to citizens' call for an enhanced quality of life, the project has been exploring participatory social innovation process, such as citizen-driven living labs. The expected benefits of the Magok Smart Energy City project include achieving more 30% self-sufficiency rate in electricity, an annual reduction of 190 tons in fine dust, and an annual decrease of 180,000 tons in CO2 emissions. Unfortunately, originally targeted for completion by 2022, these goals are facing some delays due to project setbacks. Here I introduce the case of participatory living labs conducted in Magok. Over the course of 2 years, more than 10 living labs were operated based on citizens' participation, conducting various experiments in healthcare, waste recycling, smart parking, and so on. So I enter the concluding remarks. We looked at how South Korea's knowledge-based cluster policy evolved through the examples of Sangam DMC and Magok in Seoul, focusing on the evolution of a national smart city policy frame in Korea. Both cases integrate the concept of knowledge economy into their urban development process. However, differences between these projects become evident in response to the changing demands of the times and shifts in national policies. In the case of Sangam DMC, goals like ICT, media, ubiquitous, and attracting businesses guided the entire development process. On the other hand, Magok emphasized keywords such as energy transition, social innovation, resident empowerment, and quality of life from the initial stages. In other words, the shift from U-City to smart city is very clearly reflected in this case, just the interval of only 1 decade. Of course, we are not to try and judge the Magok project is superior to Sangam DMC. Both projects provide attractive living conditions at the smart cities. Magok may be Even Magog may be a newcomer with a lower visibility and investment appeal compared to the glamorous, media-focused Sangam DMC. But Magog still stands as an important example, faithfully adhering to today's sustainable smart city agenda and growing alongside its citizens. Last but not least, there is an increasing interest in South Korea to not only create new urban spaces like Sangam and Magog, but also transform existing cities into smart cities. Sure, there is an urgent need for smart initiative in existing cities in Korea. Powered by active citizen participation and public-private collaboration, ongoing experiments are being conducted with smart technologies in waste management. Can you help me? Ongoing experiments are being conducted with smart technologies, thank you, in waste management, renewable energy grid, and lifestyle enhancement. In conclusion, the path to an eco-technological city is long and filled with challenges in Korea. Nevertheless, South Korea is gradually gearing up for the future of an inclusive eco-technology city, seeking smart solutions for both new and existing urban areas, creating the needs of the youth and the elderly, and aiming to benefit everyone. This initiative is fostered through collaboration between the public and private sectors. I think this inclusive green smart city should be the next shift for our future smart city. Thank you.
Yes. Because just for conclusion.
Yes.
Okay. Building on the insight gained from the discussions on the Korean Moroccan cases, we would like to share the following recommendations. Les exemples, ils sont pas vraiment. The first recommendation, foster strong government commitment. The second recommendation, enhance cross-sector collaboration, increase the involvement of research, business, and university. The third, promote social inclusion through direct communication and citizen involvement. Fourth, broaden the range of work units in sustainable urban designs. Fifth, encourage eco-friendly transportation. Sixth, promote a smart recycling system. Our recommendations provide a comprehensive framework for integrating ecological innovation into urban development, combining political commitment, interdisciplinary collaboration, social inclusivity, and environmental conscious practices. Thank you.
Thank you. Je mets le truc. Je mets